Right. Welcome, everybody. So excited. It's the last Monday of the month, and you guys are just on fire. I mean, just doing amazing things this month. I know, Carolyn, I've seen you add some new people to the team wall today, and they seem great. And everybody here, we're just doing wonderful things. If Dr. K is on, he's just growing his organization like can't even keep up. It is exciting. So with that, I want to welcome Dr. Hank, who is on this call every Monday, the last Monday of the month. And we are so blessed for him to join us. So I will go ahead and give the mic to Dr. Hank.
Well, fantastic. And hello, everybody. It's great to see your smiling faces. And you're going to really enjoy our time together, that we're going to take some things and just help you to be able to expand your life, expand your business, be happier, have more fun. And so what's on anybody's mind? Like, is there something, what is a challenge for anyone that anybody want to bring up any challenges that you have, any things that you need help with? Hey, Dr. K. Hey.
Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, your light needs to be, there you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. Looking good. They're that handsome guy. They're that handsome guy, yes. Well, let me throw out something that, have you ever had somebody ask you, say to you, wow, this really looks great. And listen, what I want to do is share it with some people I know, some chiropractors, doctors, whatever. And let's see what they think about it. And then I'll, jump in and actually get into the business and pay, if you will. And so anybody ever have that experience? Yeah, you bet. And so what's going on there that, why do you think that person is saying that?
Because they're not committed.
Because they're not committed. Yeah.
Or just
And
fear.
What's that?
I think fear.
Yeah.
It's we're put off because they're afraid.
Yeah, absolutely. You bet.
Dr. Hank, they've also been hit up by 25 people for different things, and they don't want to have the same result of failure, if you will.
Right. You bet. Yeah. All those things are definitely active with people, and so the way I like to look at it, and all those that definitely is what's going on. Their fear, their past experiences. Remember, our past experiences typically aren't our friend, and so one of the things too that's going on is their lack of confidence. Okay, they believe in it. They love you. They say, hey, I'm almost all in. But I want to run it by some people to see what they think. And so really it's their lack of confidence. And maybe if you think of it that way, and also the other ways that, they have fear. Okay, that they have fear on getting in, it's not right, whatever. And one of the reasons why a three-way call is always good, and we don't need to have it with Dr. Moore or whatever. You can have it, with Deborah, with Robin, with each other, and help each other. And that's something that probably we haven't really done too much, but something to think about, that we're all a team here together and helping each other to do and have more of what we all want. And we're here. The beautiful thing is that we are here with this most amazing offering, this most amazing business process, that most amazing scanner, and the product technologies, the supplements, product technologies that create better health for, you know, the people you're talking to, for their families, for the people they know, the people they're going to go know, the world, and then we're going to give them income. We really give people some of the key things that people want, and that is better health and more wealth. And so we have it. So it starts with us. And so if your belief is there, and if you are really, you know, believe this and are all in, but what I would caution you about is don't start buying into what their problem is. Because they only have a problem. They got fear going on, false evidence appearing real, because that's what their fear is. It's false evidence and appearing real. It looks like it's real. It's not real at all. Look at all of us and how successful we've been and what has happened, you know, with us, for us. And so what would you respond if they say, oh, you know, I really like this and everything, but I want to run it by a few people. And so let's say I want to run it by a chiropractor. How would you respond? What would your response be?
I would utilize our resources by saying I could put you on a call with one of our top doctors or a senior partner in the program to help answer any questions that you have.
Yeah, good. That's a great one. Love it. Yeah. And, you know, there's this, and I'm going to share with you a principle in speaking with people, and this plays out for in your personal life or whatever. But when you're trying to, I call it the pendulum principle. And so if someone's over at, oh, no, I don't really want to do it, what typically we're doing is we're saying, oh, no, you do want to do it. You know, we're trying to push them, that pendulum over to the other side. And instead, what you want to do is you want to get behind them. So if they're like, well, I want to do it to other doctors, the way to get behind them, and that pushes them into what you want, puts them into what you want, is you say to them, so they say, you know, again, they're like, hey, I'm all in, but I want to share with the chiropractor. And so one of your responses could be, well, you can do that, but it won't be successful. And they're like, what? You know, you've been telling me that, you know, it's successful. I share this with people and it's not successful. And well, of course not. And I go, well, why wouldn't it be successful? Now they're starting to come back to, they want to be successful. Okay. And it's like, because if you go and share with them that, you know, you just heard about this business. You don't have all our resources. You don't have the time-proven process that basically Deborah Crystal has created that is the fast route in order to, you know, be successful. And so if you go out there, and I always say go out there and puke all over people, okay, to tell them all about it without their input and everything, that if I do that, that, you know, the odds are you're going to be very unsuccessful. And these are going to be probably your greatest team members, your greatest clients, the people that you know, this chiropractor, and you don't want to blow it, do you? And they go, well, gosh, no, you know, I don't want to blow it. They're going to be my best people. So hearing that, did you follow that pendulum on where you go with them and even beyond where they're at in order to move that pendulum the other way? Did you follow that? Yeah. It's like, well, you know, gee, you can go ahead and do that. But, you know, probably you're not going to be successful and you're going to lose your best clients. What? I don't want that, you know. And so what are your thoughts about that? You think that's a good approach to let them know that they'd be unsuccessful if they do that?
I absolutely think it's a great approach for sure. Thank you, Dr. Hank. And I love the pendulum, you know, because that you can picture that, right? Like, you know, trying to push them and that energy there. But also, too, it's so important because we have a system in place. So when we're talking to these to our, amazing prospects, we're letting them know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? Like you can trust something that's proven. We create a cash millionaire every 3 days in this company, every 3 days, right? So if you want to go down that path, right, of success, we have something that we're going to teach you, because and if you go and, share it with a chiropractor to get their opinion and, you do that, that might work for, 1 out of 20 chiropractors that you introduce us to, right? But is that going to duplicate? Because that chiropractor is going to think, oh my God, you didn't start off with a scanner, or you just wanted to share it with me because you didn't have belief, in this. And so, they're going to duplicate that. And then they're going to think that they have to play presenter, educator, scientist, salesperson, convincer to all their friends, right? Which is complete opposite of what we're doing. So I love that. And it's just to, let them know and do a really great job in that first phase 1 call of letting them know that, you don't have to reinvent this. Like we have this system in place that is proven, and we're here to lock arms with you, for your success. Our time is vested in you. Yeah. So we're not going to send you down and say, all right, good luck, good luck, Robin, good luck, Mike, have fun, let us know how that works. No, we're going to teach you step by step of the exact verbiage and how to share this with posture and belief. And then you're going to just introduce them to us. So I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great. That's beautiful. And wow, you brought up such powerful points there, Deborah, that, this idea about we have a system, and so they need to really understand that and have faith in it. The idea about how many millionaires do we have to show you? How many people do we have, us on this broadcast right now that, successful people that are making money, growing their businesses, getting income, getting passive income. People going on vacation all the time. Now, Robin, she goes on vacation all the time. She just got back like yesterday. And she had all kinds of business, by the way, when she went back. And the reason why that is because she said, hey, when I go on vacation, I send all my angels out, and to gather up all my goodies. I don't have to do the work. I just need to ask for it. I want my business to grow now. And that's something for us to keep in mind as well for our business to grow. So, yeah, so it's to address how to answer that, because, again, if they're going down that path, they're not going to be successful. And we want to help them. And maybe it's this idea, too, about that's a great idea to go to the chiropractor, but on that path, it's not the successful path. We've been down that path and tried that before, and it's just not successful. And I'm here to help you become successful. And the way to do that is to be all in. And are you all in? And from 1 to 10, 10 being all in, are you all in? And if they say yes, then great. We have that second call. If they say it doesn't matter what they say. So they say they're 2. Great. How can I get you to 3? Okay, just the next step. Yeah, Dr. K.
One thing that is important is telling them that we have a team concept, that we're not going to dump them out in the middle of the ocean without a life preserver. And it's almost like their eyes open up and realize that we can't do this alone. And I say, I've never done this alone. Yeah. I got from Deborah when she first started, she tried to do it on her own and fell flat. And that really instilled in my brain that I need to get that across to anyone that I speak to, that we do this as a team. We don't like the concept of individuality, except when you're individual. But when we're doing this, if someone needs help, if they have to have a call, and when Deborah was going through her mission to have that second child, she needed some help. And, I did a couple calls for her, and that's what we're here for. And the team concept, I think, gets into their mind, and they realize that they're not going to do this alone.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And there is this idea. In fact, last night in my dreams, Archangel Michael came to me, and he said that for us one of the helpful things for all of us to be happier, to have our dreams come true, to not be in fear, and have more confidence, all the things that we want, is to be around a team like we are, similar-minded people wanting to help the world. And this is so powerful because there's so many other people out in the world that aren't being that way. Israel, shootings. There's all kinds of examples, people's opinion about you and whatever, that there's all kinds of things. But the beautiful thing is all of those unwanted things, the devil, if you will, of what we don't want, that when we come together, like we're coming together here and every Monday, and then available to call on each other and help each other, that this is a team. So this is greater, and it's such a beautiful point, Dr. K, on what this team is. This is greater than just building your business. It's greater than increasing you, your family, and the world's health. This is about building you. This is about you rising up and, being with spirit, if you will, walking with God. And earlier this morning, actually, Robin and I were talking earlier this morning about just how to understand where people's spiritual beliefs are. And so with your team members, as you bring them on, just to understand, where are they? How were they brought up? Where are they? Some people are mad at God. Some people are Christians, some people aren't, some people are Buddhists. There's all kinds of religions and whatever. And we welcome everyone and everyone's beliefs. And that what we want to do basically is we want to help each other. We want to support each other. We want to love each other. And so this is much greater than just a business. This is a whole support system. And do you believe that? Have you thought about it from that perspective before? What a beautiful support.
Absolutely. Again, I can't tell people how much Deborah means to me, because she's like a daughter to me. I'm old enough to be her father, obviously. And, I love my daughter. My daughter is going to turn 40 in a couple of weeks here. Mm-hmm. And Deborah's around the same age. And so I place her in my spirit as a family member. And that's what she's become. I mean, we're very close. And we've only seen each other in person one time. And that was at a healthcare forum. And yet I tell people all the time, I have more than one daughter. And that's a great thing about this team, because we treat each other like family.
Oh, that is so sweet, Dr. K. I just love that. Melt our hearts. We asked to have our hearts sing today, and by golly, our hearts are singing, Yeah, this is so sweet. It's just amazing. And you brought up a good point too on like the forum that this week there's a forum. And I know some of you are going to that these forums, they're something else. They will connect you with each other. They will give you new ideas. They will raise your vibration, your point of attraction to get more business. It's been proven at these forums. You go to a forum and you'll increase your business. Overall, all the participants increase their business significantly. And guess what happens? That after several weeks, several months, the overall average business goes down. That's why it's important for us to, whenever we decide to go to forums and And it's going to be a great forum. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. And like Dr. K said, you know, that only one time we met. That one time, you'll remember that forever. You know, it's that really time to be able to connect with people. And the best way to connect with others is in person. And the second best is what we're doing right now. Why? Because 60% of our message is with our body language. And so we get to see our bodies. And 30% is with the tone of voice that we have, but only 10% of the words. Our little committee, the little devil working against you, if you will, is chattering away, saying, oh, what am I going to say? Forget what you're going to say. That instead, think about how you are, that I feel good, and then pre-pave the way you want it. And that takes me to, we've you know, talked a lot of great points on how to address people that, you know, say that they don't, that they want to test it first. They want to, I kind of look at it like they want to put their toe in the water first before they jump into the pool, you know. And that's not how this works. You'll be unsuccessful. If you just put your toe in, you'll get toe results. That's it. And so you want to jump all in, and you want to be all in. And it's up to us in order to make that happen. Because typically people are being controlled by their committee. For those of you that don't understand the committee, that's this little thing in your head, you know, fear, worry, doubt. It's this mahogany table, beautiful mahogany table with leather executive chairs. And, you know, there's fear, there's worry, there's doubt, there's complaining, there's shame, and there's guilt. And the head of the board is the judge, and it's judging you. That judge never says anything nice about you. And typically will give you all kinds of fear and things that you don't want. Well, people are being exposed because of social media, it's TV, you know, whatever, they look and search the world and TV, you know, TV stations, whatever, the media spend millions of dollars to find bad stuff, unwanted stuff. And in this world, you can find everything unwanted and everything wanted. And you're never going to find peace in this outside world. But for us to realize that the people that we're talking to probably have a pretty active committee. In fact, the committee is probably running the show for them. It's up to us to lift them out of that fog, to help them to understand the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is that we have the answers and solutions for health, for wealth, and a whole lot more. It's teamwork. There's working together. And the other point Dr. K brought up about, we don't need to know all the answers. Excuse me. We have people that say, well, you know, I'm going to do some more research before I talk to anybody. You don't need to do any of that. We all know the basics. Excuse me. And that's all you need to know. That if there are, you know, if they have a question, if somebody asks a question you don't know, tell them, you know, that's a great question. Why do you ask? And they say whatever they say and say, you know what? I'm going to write that down and I'm going to get an answer for that because I don't know. And people love when you're authentic. Nobody likes everybody with all the damn answers. And so be the one that they like. And who do they like? They like the people with us. But your committee is saying, you got to have all the right answers. You know, you got to study all this and do all this. I have a way easier way for all of us to have amazing conversations from now on. This goes above, oh, what am I going to say when, you know, someone says I want to, you know, put my toe in the water with a chiropractor. We know what to say. But why don't we rise above that and not attract people that are that way? And the way that we do that is every person has within them some very, very deeply, but the confidence, but the belief, but the knowing that this is it. And it's up to us to to extract that, to find that in them, to give them the confidence. And how do we do that? By asking. Who do we ask? Your higher power, God, universe, whatever you want to say. However you want to look at that you ask, and then you shall receive. The Father does the work, but you ask. I want to attract amazing, similar-minded, wonderful people that are all in. And if you would just say that statement all day long, you'd be calling me for a demanifestation session. You'd have so much business. The issue is we have 60,000 thoughts a day. And for most, 80% of those thoughts are negative unwanted thoughts. So what you do is you start conditioning your mind. And I'm just going to think about what I want. And when I get a no, I'm going to love that no. And I'm not going to put a charge into no energy. Someone tells me no, which means, oh, I want to put my toe in the water, they don't show up, or whatever it is, that you simply say to yourself, that's what I don't want. And then you ask, what do I want? I want ready, willing, and able people. People that are all in. I want people like Deborah Crystal. That's who I want to attract a bunch of them. I want to attract a bunch of Dr. K's, okay? A bunch of Carolyn's, a bunch of Stuart and Brianna. Hi. That, a bunch of Sebastians, a bunch of Rachels, a bunch of Robins. That's who I want to attract. People that are all in, people that just get it and have a burning desire. Do you know that when you make a decision, it doesn't matter what the decision is, yes, no, whatever it is, when you make a decision, you'll be shown the way to make that the right decision. Well, you make the decision, I'm going to attract amazing, wonderful people. And when they aren't amazing, wonderful people, you'd say, oh, God is leading me because that's what I don't want. I need to build my energy about, I do believe in me. I believe in God. I believe that what I ask for, I can get. And I'm going to attract the people that I want. I attracted all of you amazing, divine people, and I'm so appreciative of that. It's just fantastic. I mean, I literally pray for all of you every day for your health, wealth, and success. And it's like, man, just so great. It's just amazing what we have. And so we can start asking for what we want. So don't focus on, gee, I hope I don't have people that want to test it first, okay? Because you'll attract all the people in the world that want to just test it first. Don't be thinking about that. Don't be thinking about the no's. Don't be thinking about the no-shows. You just think about, I love that people come on board, that they're ready, willing, and able, that they're all fired up for. So hearing that, is that a better, easier path to take? Is to simply start asking for what you want. I want to grow my business. I want to attract amazing and wonderful, similar-minded people who I love and that they love me. I want to build my income. I just love that. I easily accept new prosperity thoughts. And I am prepared to increase my income now. Just start saying these thoughts and surrounding thoughts with them. And out of the blue, this will happen. Does anybody have an example of where that happened, where you asked for something and out of the blue it came? Business or otherwise? Yeah.
Well, in terms of the business, yeah, I mean, I've been asking for people in my area, to lock arms with in Tampa, Florida. And when you ask, it shall be given, right? So I've been finding all these awesome people that I've been actually going to Starbucks. I've been there I think 3 days last week.
That's great.
Scanning people, and I have somebody coming on board on next week with a scanner who lives right near me. And these are people that I attracted. So you ask and for anything, but I think that we have so many people within our community I have Melanie who's on this call, and I got the pleasure of meeting Melanie who's on Stuart and Brianna and Dr. K's team because we met at Starbucks. So it was just so nice to have that in person, you kind of relationship and see somebody.
Yeah.
And it becomes more meaningful for, I think for all of us, like that time meeting Dr. K, at the healthcare forum, right? And I love you, Dr. K. Try.
You, Deborah. It was nice meeting you too, and I'm super excited.
Melanie,
And yes, I have manifested stuff all my life. I knew someday I was going to live in Florida. I was going to live on the water. And I think I do take a lot of that personal life and kind of move it in that same direction as I do with my work life. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, that's fantastic, Melanie. And I love your vibration. And so you're high flying, and see, all we need to expect the best, and then we'll get the best. And and these experiences, either from ourselves or like with what happened with Melanie, that it's like, well, Melanie can do it. I can do it too. Deborah Crystal wanted to move to Florida. Deborah, where do you live now?
Hello. Yes.
And all the different things that had to happen, she could have never figured it out. Her husband doubling his income and, being able to be granted to live in not only the state, but the city she wanted to, it's just, these things just are incredible. It's amazing. But that's where you'd want to start expecting miracles. Expecting that, when I ask for things come. And so Melanie, that's great. Hey, Melanie can do it. You can do it. We can do it. Okay. That Deborah can do it. That Dr. K can do it. He's just blowing and going with his business. It's just amazing. Why? Because of what he's thinking, what he's believing. And that's how it is. That's how it goes. And so Deborah touches on now the second subject, actually, that I wanted to share with you, and how beautifully that all plays out. And that is on where can you get business from? And so you want to attract people. And so I'm going to give you some tactical ways to do that. And there are, LinkedIn, and you can do a job post that otherwise would cost, I think I was invoiced $450 for 1 week of a ad that you're able to get for free. And so there's LinkedIn ads, and you attract people that are interested in what you're offering. There are ZipRecruiter leads. There are actual leads, and I think maybe through Deborah, she can get them for you, whatever. And there is a fee for that. But there's also resumes, and you can do a search in there. But if you ask, hey, what's the perfect title that I should search for, and start reviewing some resumes, and the resumes you like, that then you pay for a nominal fee, and you can get them. So those are some great ways, and you can definitely build your business. But there's also maybe an easier way, or another way for sure, that is way more effective, has to be more effective, because it's person to person. And in every one of our neighborhoods, in every one of our markets, that you have all the business you would ever want. And it's right under your nose. And I have, helped people in my happiness and success coaching for 30 years. And I always tell people, everything you want is actually here right now. That's a tough one for people. They say, well, the money isn't in the bank yet. And I said, but God has answered your prayer. It's in a vibrational form. You just need to vibrate with that and think about what you want, instead of disallowing it with resistant thoughts of what you don't want. Like every time you say, I don't have enough money in my bank, God answers that prayer too. And you don't get enough money in your bank. So it's about, what are you saying? And so what am I saying to myself? And to rise up. So, but the better way, or what I believe is better, easier, more effective way is to start connecting with people that are in your area where you can meet with them. So Deborah and I, no less than 2 weeks ago, I think, we talked about this subject, and she said, yeah, I really do. I want to meet people locally. She's out at Starbucks that has the view of the water, of Tampa Bay. This is everything she wanted. So she's playing. This doesn't have to be work. Have it play. You'll see. It's like dominoes. When you're on your lighted path, feeling good, being clear about what you want and asking for what you want and not paying any attention to what you don't want or what's in front of you or what people have said in the past or whatever. And you just pay attention to what will be and the way you want it to be, your bright futures. And so Deborah asked for that. And now she's already, loving it, enjoying it. And, some people want to say, well, how did Deborah do that then? Well, you kind of want to watch out about the how, because it's actually God, the divine, or higher power's job. The Father does the work. You just need to be clear what you want and why you want it. And so, but we'll give some examples. And so I'd ask Deborah to, what was the path that your lighted path in order to start attracting all of these amazing people right in your neighborhood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I asked for it. In my morning or, joy shop that Dr. Hank, if you don't know what that is, he can provide that, or I can, but it's just a way that you can, start your day kind of pre-paving it as to, what you want and what you're looking for and who you want to attract and, and how you want your day to be. And I started asking for it, and then I started expecting it and allowing it in my life for these people. And it just had wonderful conversations. And on the other line, I was like, oh, wait, you live like in West Chase? You're 10 minutes from me, like I didn't know. And so, and then also too, I did post, an ad recently in Tampa. So that is another way to, find that. And that's worked really well. I probably have more applicants in that city than any other city right now because I asked for it, and so, and they're everywhere. And then from there, that vibration and me going to Starbucks, and then like I went to get, my nails done because nobody owns us, right? We can do what we want. Then get my nails done. I'm just feeling that vibration and that energy. And they're like, oh, well, what do you do? And I'm sitting next to a lady getting a pedicure as well. And, I start sharing this, and she gives me her contact, information, right? Because they can feel like that energy of like you're doing God's work, or or you're on your divine path.
Yeah.
And I feel like that. And then wherever I go, and, people can feel that something, that you have something, and people want that when they it can vibrate from you. And you can do that, especially in your area. What a better way to vibe high, in your community.
Yeah. And weren't you at Starbucks and you had the scanner and then you started scanning people and stuff?
Yes. Yeah. And people were asking. I had people come up and they're like, what is that?
Yeah.
I got some interesting, some looks from people that were just kind of like, but then I got some looks like, hey, what is this? Yeah. And it's just, hey, well, do you take supplements?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. See, and what's funny is the people that, gave the dirty looks or whatever, we know it's just their committee, because what they're passing by and giving a dirty look to could help them prevent major diseases for them, their family, their loved ones, and everybody else they know and will get to know. And it's like, what the heck? You're giving a dirty look. That's why I don't care what other people think. Don't be a people pleaser. We're not going to do that. I don't care what other people think. What I care, the only opinion that I care about is what God's opinion is, my higher power's opinion. And how do I know that? By how I feel. And so if I feel good, so it makes Deborah feel good, makes her feel bad about the dirty looks. Okay, so I'm not going to pay attention to that. God's leading me to tell me that's what I shouldn't pay attention to. What do I want to pay attention to? Yeah, the people that are interested. I'm not here to please all the people. Okay, I'm here to create. And we have this amazing opportunity to create better health and wealth in the world. And it's right here. Literally, it's right under your nose. If you will just open up and like, if you're saying to yourself, oh, well, I asked my relatives or, I asked my neighbor or I asked my chiropractor or whatever. Well, yeah, and you didn't have, it's all about your mindset. Where's your vibration? That when you're all excited and it's something like, hey, I got some exciting news to share with you. Really? Everybody wants to hear exciting news. What is it? Well, you got a few minutes, are you available tomorrow at 2? Whatever. That and scan. You only need to scan 2 people a week that go on the subscription program, and you're independently wealthy. You know that? You know how the numbers work in this? I mean, it's just not, I got to sell a scan. No, if I can help somebody and put them on subscription, just a couple of weeks. And I do that for a little while, and before I know it, I got $30,000 coming in, 60,000, 100. You make a 6-figure income within a few years just on that, and it's all fun. Like Deborah says, it's domino scope. I have fun. That I'm meeting one person, and I'm in this environment with other people, and they're curious, and I'm enjoying it. I get to do my nails, and then I meet another person doing my nails. I was doing my nails too, but I do myself. And I don't color them or anything. I'm thinking about doing orange for Halloween. So isn't that great? So so ask yourself right now, who could I share this with that I could actually see, that I could visit, that I could, do? And so what comes to mind? Who comes to mind? When you ask yourself that, who could you share this good news with? Who could you increase the health of them and their family? Who could you increase their wealth, their passive income? Who could you share that with? So who comes to mind when asked that, or what comes to mind? Like, there's a chiropractic office down the block, or I'm going to go get my nails done. Okay. But you got to be out there. Like I help real estate agents, and one of my niche markets. And I meet a lot of agents that I call them to their face secret agents. Nobody knows they're a real estate agent. And do you know why? Because they were brought up with the belief that, don't talk about yourself, don't think about yourself, think about the other people. I can't think for one other person. I'm talented, I'm smart, I'm bright, I'm a genius, I'm all those things. I cannot think for one person or feel for another person, but I can think and feel for myself. And when I think about what I want, the way that I want to build my business, in November and December here, I'm going to launch 2024 from the next 2 months here. I'm going to go in and I'm going to just think about what I want. I'm going to do the joy shop in the morning. I'm going to just get fired up. I'm going to expect what I ask to come to me. I'm going to believe in me. I'm not going to listen to the committee. And how do I know that? Simply by monitoring my feelings. And if I don't feel good, I'm getting off that topic. Or I'm going to think about that topic the way that my higher power is, the way spirit is. That it is such an amazing world that we have. And it's all there for the millionaires are made every 3 days. And, it's not about the million, but it's about feeling good, about having fun, about, attracting a Starbucks and on the water and other people doing nails. And there are people. So when I ask, who's someone that you could pick up the phone and say, hey, I have some good news I'd like to share it with you. Who is that? So talk to me.
There's a juice bar about a mile from me that I'm going over there this afternoon.
Fantastic.
Introducing myself to them and say, hey, let's team up and let's scan some people and see where their health level really is.
Man.
It's that simple.
what a great treat for Halloween. And you could go there and say, hey, got a treat to give everybody. And they can scan them for free. They're about health. You'll meet similar minded people there. I go to our local health bar and I attract real estate agents all the time. And because similar minded people, that's who I ask for. And then I also see this, a juice bar, and I went to it and I go in there and on a regular basis. And who's there? Real estate agents. Because that's who I want to attract. It's like, you want to attract people that want to increase their health. They're all in the store. That's why they're doing the juice. So Dr. K, brilliant. And it's like, yeah, there you go. That's what you do. And when you're in there, get a juice, sit down, have that scanner with you. And, if anything, scan yourself. People say, what are you doing? Increasing my health, preventing major diseases. I know people that haven't been sick, like Deborah and Dr. Hank, haven't been sick for years. It's like, would you like to not be sick? Would you like to be healthier? Would you like to prevent major diseases? Well, I got it's on my arm right now. I can scan you for free if you want. Just have fun. Enjoy yourself. Who else has another brilliant idea? And any idea is brilliant.
One of the places that I've met people locally are my parents are in a senior facility. So I talk to the nurses and people that are working there.
Yeah.
And then also doctors when I go at least twice a week to doctor's visits with mom and dad.
Yeah.
That's where you can finally get the audience with the doctor is we're in there. They're talking to mom and dad and I'm asking them, what they feel about supplements.
Yeah.
So, and do the qualification, whether or not I bring it up to them or not, qualify whether or not they're going to be good candidates.
Yeah, good, Carolyn. Beautiful. And I love that. And, just make sure that we don't throw up over everybody, that, it's about building this relationship, get to know them and say, hey, I have something you might be interested in. Just be light about all this. You don't have to have any script or anything. Just be light, and then, hey, I really appreciate the way that, you're helping my parents, and I'd like to repay the favor. Really? Cool. How would you do that? Just get them interested by being kind. I'd like to return the favor. Because this is a favor to the whole world. This is a favor for their patients, for them, for the health of their patients, the health of them, their families. And then it gives them passive income. It's like, oh my gosh. Speaking engagements. I just talked in front of a bunch of health professionals. And it's called Alpha Probiotics. And so I had a whole room full of health professionals. And I just said to them that, and if you're interested, I have a way, along with all my, mindset and everything talking, but, kind of on the side, I said, if you're interested in increasing your passive income, I have a way guaranteed to increase your passive income and to increase the health of your patients. Anybody interested? They all raise their hands. I told them to get out their phones. They got out their phone. I told them to enter in this number. They entered in my number. And then I told them to put Dr. Hank there. They all have my contact information. And then I got to tell this side little story. But if you ever want to give a talk and have a standing ovation, God gave me the answer on how to do it. At the same talk, that I did a sing-along, similar to the Master Heart family. And by the way, I would lovingly invite all of you to the Master Heart family that's happening in at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and it'll be a fantastic time. Archangel Michael is going to visit us and talk to us about peace and peace within you, and that's the only place you can find peace. But here's how to get a standing ovation. At the Master Heart Family, we do a little song. Well, I did the same song, but I changed it to Alpha Biotics and what they did. So at the end, when they told me, hey, I had 5 minutes left, I said, okay, everybody stand up. And they all stood up. And then I said, now I want you to repeat after me. And so we start singing the song. And after the song, I said, now everybody clap your hands. So now they're all standing and they're all clapping. And I say to them, thank you so much for the standing ovation. And they all just whooped and hollered, laughing away because I got a standing ovation. Now, I told them to stand, I told them to clap, but they were all happy about doing that. But think about, hey, what fair is there? What's going on? The VA, November 11th, that there are parades and there are different places to be a small little sponsor. I'm actually being honored in the Frisco parade as a veteran, and then I have a booth for me. But there's other sponsors that paid. I think it's like, I don't know, $30 or so. It's not much of an investment, but it's a way to share the good news. Get out there. And so it's this idea about, hey, asking, I want to get out there. I want to start sharing this good news. I don't just want to sit inside and, I want to walk around. I want to meet people. And so there's the juice bar, there's the Starbucks, there's the, post on Facebook. Hey, I'm doing a free at this local Starbucks, and I'm doing a free scan to indicate where your health is at. What? Wow. Yeah, the world's only scanner. Oh my God, I want to do that. And tell Starbucks or tell any business about, hey, I'm going to do free scans, whatever. But just have fun with this. There's places for you to give talks. And I know most of you say, I'm not doing public speaking. I get it. The reason why that is because your beliefs were, when you were a little boy, little girl, you were told, don't talk to strangers. And you were told that in such a way like you might die if you do. And that kind of stuck in your beliefs and your subconscious mind. And it's done on you as you believe. And so thus, hell, I'm not talking to any strangers. Well, good news, folks. There are no strangers. That, your mother that you think was a stranger, that was a stranger initially, but became your best friend, right? All of us were born. And so everybody had at one point been a stranger, if you will, but also everybody underneath whatever committee they have, whatever guards they have in their heart, they're pure love and they want to be loved. And you want to be loved. And so why not? Let's just connect. And when you take down your guards, take down, I'm going to, do borders on fences up, and I'm going to, make sure that set boundaries. Stop setting boundaries. And if you set a boundary, God has to put somebody on the other side to, keep you from it. No, instead, here's what I want. This is not a world of insertion where all of a sudden someone just comes into your world. This is a world of attraction. You get to ask, and then you get to have it. If you're thinking about, I hope my hair is right when I'm talking to somebody, nobody knows you have a bad hair day other than your committee. And the judge will say you got bad hair. So you'd be like me and not have much hair and not even be concerned. Or you can just stop thinking about silly, ridiculous committee thoughts. And then all I want to do is go out and share the good news. So are you ready to go out and share the good news now? Can I hear a yes?
Yes.
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 Yeah. Share the good news. And you'll see, you'll have so much fun with this. You'll meet so many amazing people that will bring other opportunities too. They might have a good recipe for whatever, how to bake a turkey or whatever. That there's all kinds of opportunities. There's the magical life that's waiting for you. You can live in heaven or hell right here on Mother Earth. And so why don't we choose heaven? Why don't we get out and share this? And why don't we go to the forum? And why don't we attend, these meetings every day? And why don't we prepave right now? November and December is going to be the best months we ever had in business and the most memorable holidays that are going to launch us into the best year ever in 2024. Best business, best laughter, most laughter, love, happiness, and joy. And when you say that, you'll get it. Amen.
Amen.
Man.
Amen. Amen. All right, everybody. Any other last thoughts, questions, comments?
Have a blessed day, Dr. Hank.
Hey, thank you, Dr. K. Love you, man.
Love you too.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Hank.
Okay. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Deborah. We appreciate you
you.
guys
Dr.
leading
Hank.
with heart. You're
Thank
amazing.
you so much.
Okay. love you
Awesome.
all.
This is so good. Thank
See
you.
you on the Master Heart Family in a few minutes.
Can't wait. Woo.
Or in an hour.
If you guys need the link, just let me know or let
Yeah.
Robin know for Master Heart Family.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.